Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Everything AeroPilates. In this video, we are going to be doing very beginner exercise number 5. In my very beginner workout series, I keep the exercises challenging, but I like to have the transitions a little bit slower so that everybody can keep up to pace and you don't feel like you have to pause 100 times just to keep up with the workout. But as always, check with your doctor and make sure that you are clear for a Pilates reformer workout. To get started today, I do have my straps on my shoulder pads. These pool noodles are my short gal hack that was in a previous video. And I'm going to be using 2 black cords today. 2 black cords is the perfect number of cords and the most recommended cords for a very beginner. So we're going to start lying down on our back. Let's get started. When you lie down on your back, you're going to want to get in a comfortable position. Your shoulders are not going to be pressed too hard against those shoulder pads or the noodle hack here. Your feet are going to be relaxed on the toe bar, and we're going to go wide, and we're going to have our arches on the toe bar. That's the most supported position that we can have. So arches of the toe bar, our legs are wide. So you can fit about 2 fists in between your knees right now. And your knees are facing straight up. They're not turned out. We're going to go in and out for 10 in this position. 1. You do nice and controlled squats here. 2. And you are going to straighten those legs without snapping those knees. 3. Make sure you're breathing. 4. Push out through those arches. 6. You can squeeze those glutes at the top if you want a little bit of an extra workout here. 8. And we're going slowly to really work through those muscles. 9. We're not using quick spurts. We're really working those muscles. That's 10. And now we are going to turn out from our hips here. Just slightly put your knees out. You're going to be on your toes on the toe bar. Your toes are going to be in a V position, and we're going to go in and out for 10. 1. You're going to feel different muscles here. 2. Again, you are going to straighten those legs. 3. We're breathing. 4. Don't snap the knees. 5. 6. Squeezing at the top if you want a little extra. Here's 8. Here's 9. And here's 10. Go ahead and bring that in. Okay, now we're going to do a hip width apart. And that means we're just going to have room for about 1 fist in between our knees. We are going to be up on our toes in high heel position. So our heels are high, our toes are pointed, kind of like we have high heel shoes on. And we're going to go in and out for 10. Here's 1. Nice and controlled. And again, we're straightening those legs without snapping those knees. 4. You're really going to feel those legs getting warm. 6. Make sure you're breathing. 7. And for extra, squeeze your glutes at the top. 8. 9. And 10. Coming back down, we're staying in this hip width position, but we're going to put our heels on the bar. Now if that is difficult for you, if you feel like you're going to slip, you do not have to do that. You can go back to arches on the toe bar, but I'm going to do heels on the toe bar, and I'm going to flex my toes back towards my head, and that's really going to work some different muscles and your glutes, so it's a good position if you can do it. If you feel yourself getting cramped, just relax and go down to your arches. So here we go with heels on the toe bar, hip width apart, in and out for 10. 1. 2. You know the drill by now. Nice and controlled. Make sure you're breathing. Completely straight legs without snapping. And squeezing at the top if we want that extra. Here's 8. 9. 10. Okay, now that we've really warmed up our legs, we're gonna do a little bit of a challenging workout. This is what I call a bar fusion exercise, and I love these kind of exercise. I'm gonna put one in here for you guys today. See how you like it, because we are gonna be seeing them in future videos because they're just so good for working your legs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay hip width apart. Again, that one fist can be between your knees. We're gonna be up on our toes again. Now, the position is going to go halfway out. So I'm not all the way out, not all the way down. I'm just halfway out. So from halfway out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pulse up 2 inches, and I'm going to do that for 10. So we're just coming up for 2 inches, and I'm really going to focus on pushing through my toes, but squeezing my glutes as well. Your legs might start to shake with this, and that is great. It's really getting into the deep muscles. So let's go ahead and do 10 of those. And pushing through the toes, we're going to go up for 2 inches. Come back down, release. Up for 2 inches. Come back down, release. You guys feel that? Up for 2 inches. Come back down, release. Here's 4. Breathe through it. If you're shaking, it's okay. 5. Barely up and squeezing on the up. Back down, release. 7. 8. Feel that shake. Squeeze those glutes. 9. And here's 10. Okay, come back in. Walk out your feet a little. Shake it out. Whew. Let's get back in position. High on the toes, on the toe bar. Heels high. We're going back out to the middle. And now I'm going to go 2 inches higher. So 2 inches higher than the middle. And now my focus is going to be down. I'm going to squeeze on the down, release going up. So let's do 10 of those. We're going to squeeze down. Release up. Take a breath. Squeeze down. Release up. Here's 3. Squeeze. Release up. And squeeze. Release up. 5. Squeeze down. Release up. Only about 2 inches. 6. Squeeze. Heels are high if you can. 7. Squeeze. You're squeezing the glutes. 8. You might feel your shake. 9. It's okay. And last one. 10. Squeeze down. All right, come on, let me down and shake that out. All right, we're gonna do some running just to get those legs a little looser and slightly stretched out. So let's go into running, where we're gonna straighten our legs. Now for running, I'm dipping down my left heel under while bending my right leg and going on my tippy toe on my right leg. And then I'm gonna switch. So now my right heel's gonna go under the toe bar, my left knee's gonna bend, and I'm gonna stretch. Let's do that for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know the machine's loud. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 1. Really feel the stretch in the calf. 9 and 10. All right, come in, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna give those legs a break by moving straight into our arms. So go ahead and grab your straps from your shoulder pads. I have the double loop strap here, so I'm gonna grab my hand strap. All right, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna have our arms straight up. We're gonna lower them together evenly down. We still wanna make sure that our shoulders are not pushing up towards the shoulder pad. They're nice and relaxed here. We really want it to come from the arms and the back. So we're gonna do 5 straight down to the platform, pulling together. I'm gonna lift my feet. If you're not ready for that, you can keep them down on the toe bar, but still really pull through those arms as if the feet are just going along for a ride. They're not pushing out. So don't use your legs, pull with your arms. And here we go, toes up for 5. 1, 2, make sure you're breathing. 3, 4, 5. Okay, relax that down. Let's shake out those legs a little. Take a deep breath. Now we're going to work the triceps by pulling our arm down to the platform, bending at the elbow, and just kicking our arm in and out from this position. We're going to do 5 of those. First, we need to pull down to the platform, bend at the elbow, and now kick that arm out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's relax. Take a breath here. And we're going to move into leg circles. So I'm going to grab my foot handle, move that hand handle out of the way. Push out from your toe bar like you're doing a squat. And you're going to get this loop onto your foot. So it can be tricky. You can bring it in, bring your knee in if you can do that. But I always straighten that leg and just loop it over. Once you get that foot in the strap, you're going to push away with that foot. And now you have your other strap that you can put on your other foot. I know that sometimes can be a challenge. So if you're still getting your foot in the strap, don't worry. We're going to hang out here for a little bit. We're just going to allow our straps to kind of pull our legs up and give us a little bit of a stretch here. So go ahead and get those straps on and we'll meet you in this position. Okay, deep breath. We're starting with leg lowers, so we're just hip width apart with our legs. We're gonna bring them straight down and back up for 5. Straight down, back up. Here's 3, breathe through it. Here's 4, here's 5. And now we're gonna open up into leg circles. So come on back in. For leg circles, we start with our feet out, pull down and together, and come back in. Open our legs out, pull down and together. This is 2. We're gonna do 5 of these. Out, pull down and together. 3, out, pull down and together. 4, out, down together. That's 5. Okay, now we're gonna go the opposite direction, which is my favorite stretch. We're gonna start with our feet together, pull them down, open up, let our straps pull us back up, come back together, pull down, open up our feet, let them drag back up. This is 3, open and up, close down, open. 4, here's our last one, down, open up, and let our straps bring us in. Go ahead and hang here for a stretch. It's really going to stretch your lower back. And what you're trying to do is keep your tailbone down on the platform to really stretch your hamstrings and your lower back in here. Whew. Take a breath. And we're going to move into choo-choo for 5. But first, let's pull in front of us with our legs at an angle in front of us. Now we put heels together, toes apart, and we're opening at the hips here. Bend those knees down and into your chest and push back out for 5. Here's 1. We're pushing through those heels. Release your knees and relax them. 2, 3, breathe through it. 4, and here's 5. Keep those knees bent and in for a second for a stretch. And go ahead and relax the legs up. Before we're done with legs and straps, we're going to grab onto our ropes and lightly stretch ourselves in. And then we're going to open up and again stretch in. Trying to keep that tailbone down, just give yourself a stretch. And if you need to, you can bend your knees and do this happy baby stretch pose. Take a breath. Okay, straighten your legs back up and let's take 1 strap off. Your foot goes down to the toe bar. 2nd strap off, foot down to the toe bar. With our arches on the toe bar, let's take a deep breath here. And release. Okay, we are ready to sit up. We're going to start turning onto our side. Using that toe bar, you can put your feet down lower if that's more comfortable, and you're going to push yourself up to sitting up. Take your time. I know it can be challenging to sit up on the stand or on the floor, and if you do have that Pilates bar, you can use that to help you get up as well. Okay, so we're going to be facing the back of the platform to do some back and arm work. So all I'm going to do is turn towards the back. I'm going to put my little noodles away for now, just down where I can reach them. Swing my legs over. So now that we're facing the back of the platform, if your legs are a little longer, you can scoot back towards the tow bar, but still on the platform. Just be aware that that is going to make the exercise a little more challenging. So you can go down on cords. You can go down to one red cord or one black cord. You may want to do that anyway if this is your first time working out in a while. But if in general you have good upper body strength, you can probably stay on those 2 black cords. But go ahead and give it a try and see which ones are going to work for you. So facing back, I like to just bring my feet up onto the platform. Again, if you're taller, you may have to scoot further back. You can sit Indian style, and you can also let your feet drag. All you're going to want to do is make sure that your foot is in front of your knee the whole time that you're doing this workout. Let's make sure we are in the correct position. We're going to be sitting up straight. Our spine is stacked on top of each other, and our shoulders are going to be up, back, and down. So nice and relaxed down. I'm going to be grabbing those handles, and I'm using my larger loops for this. And all I'm going to do is sweep back with the chest expansion, where my arm is going to stay straight. They're going to work together, and I'm going to be sitting up tall. My head allows my neck to be in alignment, and I'm looking straight ahead with my eyes. So feet up how you like them. If you want to move out these shoulder pads and scoot your legs over a little more, that is definitely an option. I'll do that to show you. Now let's take a breath before we sweep back. We're going to do 5 chest expansions. Here we go. 1. Hold it and release slowly. 2. Hold, release slowly. We're working on both the exertion and when we're going back into position. Here's 4. And here's 5. All right, you can shake that out. We're going to realign, sitting up straight with our shoulders down and back. And now we're going to pull out a chest expansion, hold it so that we can do a neck turn. I'll show you. Go ahead and pull and hold out. Our head is relaxed to the front. We're going to slowly turn it to the right. Keep it relaxed, come back to the center. Slowly turn it to the left. Keep it relaxed and release. Now, if it's too hard for you to hold out in that position, you can release your arms and just sit up straight with the neck turn. Nice, slow, and controlled. But if you can do both, let's do it. So here's our chest expansion. Hold. Neck is in the center. Nice and relaxed. Turn it to the left. Hold. Back to the center. Let's take a breath. Turn it to the right. Back to the center and release those arms. Great job. So now we're going to work on bicep curls. If you are on those longer handles, go ahead and grab the shorter ones for this. We're going to be sitting up straight with our shoulders down and back, and we're going to do some bicep curls. I like to bring my feet up and bend my knees on this motion, so you can do that, or you can be straddled, have your feet up, whatever is most comfortable for you. Do what works for you. Sitting up straight, shoulders down and back. Let's do our bicep curls. We're going to do 5 of these. Here's 3. Breathe. 4 and 5. Okay, now I'm going to relax my knees down, and we're going to do some rows. For rows, our palms are facing each other, and we're going to drive back with the elbow at the same time. I have the small loops again. Take a breath. Sit up straight, shoulders back and down, palms facing each other. Drive through those elbows to pull your straps back. 1. Let's do 5. Use the elbows, pull back. 2. Make sure you're breathing. 3. Release. We're going to pull back through the elbows. 4. And 5. Okay, that is all for the back, so let's go ahead and turn to our side. If you popped out those shoulder pads, get those popped back in. Use this time to turn to the side of the platform. Straps back on the shoulder pads for easy access. And let's stretch those arms. So first we're going to stretch our shoulders. To do that, we're going to make sure that we're sitting up straight, our shoulders are back and down, and we're going to lift our right arm just below shoulder height. Our thumb facing up, Your arm is straight but not locked. We're not grabbing the joint. You can grab below the joint or above the joint, whatever is most comfortable. You're gonna lightly bring that arm across, roll that shoulder down again, and hold that stretch. Let's take a breath. Your fingers are relaxed. One more breath. Release. Let's do the other arm. We're gonna lift it up to about shoulder height, our thumb up. Arm straight but not locked, grabbing either below or above the joint. Shoulder is rolled down and back. Gently pull that arm across. Deep breath. And release. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls just to really loosen them up. We're gonna go back for 2. Here's 1. Roll back, 2. Let's roll forward, 2. 1 and 2. Now it's time to face the tow bar for a couple more stretches. Let's turn until we straddle the machine. So now we're gonna do a push back from our tow bar. Our feet are gonna be dragging in front of our knees, pushing through the palms of your hand here. And all we're gonna do is curve while we push back. You're really gonna act like you're curving over a ball here. This is not the most graceful look for some of us. Let's do it anyway. So facing the tow bar, our head is in line with our neck. Our eyes are even. We're gonna take a breath here. And now let's push back, curving our back down. So you can start to curve and push away from the tow bar. Push down as much as is comfortable. Your head is relaxing down and your shoulders are relaxed. They're not creeping up towards your neck. Hold that. Let's take a breath down here. And let's let the platform bring us back up. Sit up straight, eyes straight ahead. Let's take another breath. Now we're going to push back, curved over. Our feet are dragging, but our toes are in front of our knees. Hold that down. Really feel that stretch in your back. Breath down here. Let your platform bring you back up as you sit up straight. Eyes straight ahead. And this is our last one. Take a deep breath in. Push away from the tow bar, curve down. Really feel that stretch in your lower back, your upper back. Your shoulders are relaxed and your head is relaxed. Breath. And let the platform bring you back up. Okay, great. Now we're gonna lie down for our cool down. I'm staying on those 2 black cords. If you switch your cords, you probably at least want 2 black cords right now. If not, a black and a red, it's your choice. I'm gonna grab my little hack pool noodles again and put those back by my shoulder pads to help me get that really good stretch. Don't even think about this if you're a taller gal, you won't need it. And now I'm gonna lie down on my back. Take your time, get in that right position. We're starting with our arches on the bar and our knees hip width apart, which means about 1 fist can fit in between our knees. Let's go ahead and push out. Take a breath here. We're going to bring our left knee in to our chest. Depending on how flexible you are, you have some options here. You can keep that leg half up and pull behind your lower thigh, not behind the knee joint, behind your lower thigh. That's still going to give you a stretch. If you can, go ahead and grab the top of your knee and pull that leg in and hold that stretch. Let's take a breath. Slowly release that leg and put it back to the tow bar. Let's pull in our right leg now. Knee bends and comes up. You can grab behind that upper thigh or you can grab the top of the knee and bring that in for a stretch. Let's take a breath. All right, come back in. You can see that even though we're stretching, we are actually still working the muscles. So you're gonna love how you feel after this. Let's go ahead and push back out completely. Now you can do another stretch like we just did. However, if you're ready, we are going to bring the right foot up, flex that foot, cross it across the top of our knee, bottom of our thigh, and we're going to do a 4 stretch. If this is not possible, it is okay. You can stay with this knee stretch that we just did. But if you can try it, flex that foot, cross it over your knee, and what we're going to do is come in. Now, if you're holding your knee in the stretch we just did, you're still going to come down and in. Whew. You're really feeling that stretch in the glutes? I did not realize how tight that was. Let's come back out. We're going to do 2 more where we come in and hold it. Take some breath. Push out. And come back in for the last one. On the last one, no matter what position you're in, if you're crossed like this or if you're holding your leg and or your knee, we're going to do a little bit of rocking. If you're across, rocking. Allow your planted foot to help you just kind of go back and forth for a slight rocking motion. Okay, we're going to stand back up. Release the leg that you have, back down. And let's do the other side. Again, you can be here or here. If you're ready, you're going to flex that foot, cross it over the top of the knee, and come down. Take a breath. Go back out. Come back in. Flex this foot if you're across your knees, so it really protects that ankle joint. Back out. Come in and hold. And we're going to do that rocking motion. Whatever position you're in, you're going to do the rocking motion where you're just use your planted foot on the ball to just kind of rock you back and forth a little. And that's just going to increase your stretch. Take a breath. Okay, come back out and release that foot down. Come on in. All right. Last thing we're going to do is run for 30. To set up running, we're going to be on our toes, on the toe bar. Our heels are going to be high. We have like maybe a couple inches in between our knees, just whatever position is comfortable here. And we're going to push out. Now that we're out, again, we're going to have one heel at a time go under that toe bar, and the other knee is going to bend. So I'm going to start with my left heel under the toe bar with my right knee bent. And then I'm going to switch it. And that's the demonstration. Let's do 30 of these. So 1, 3, 6. Really feel that stretching your calf. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. You can slow it down if you need. Or keep a good pace as long as you're feeling that stretch. Okay, let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and come on in. Okay, we have 2 more stretches and we're done. The first stretch, we have our arches on that toe bar. Our feet are nice and relaxed, and all we're going to do is tilt our knees over to the side here. So go ahead and lightly tilt them over, and you can go lower if you're more flexible. If not, that's okay. You can stay wherever you feel that stretch. Make sure there's no pain or just come out of the stretch. But you can let your hip lift up a little here, and you should be able to feel the stretch all the way down the side of your body. Now just hold that and take a breath. Great, come back to center, one knee at a time. Now, arches back on the toe bar. We're dropping them to that other side. Just let your knees fall, let that other hip come up a little, and feel it all the way down that other side of your body. Knees can go down as far as comfortable and flexible, and take a breath. Back up one knee at a time. And our last stretch, one of my favorite stretches, all we're going to do, if you are on a stand, you're just going to let your legs slowly touch the ground, straddling the machine. If you're on the floor, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to drag your heels and just let your legs straighten for that stretch. You should really start to feel a stretch in the front of the hip here, lower back stretches. Take a breath here. You can stay down here for a little bit, take a couple more breaths and relax, but we are done with the workout. Okay, so that is it for the very beginner number 4 workout. Now that I'm back, the workouts will start up regularly again. I need to get back into shape and be using my machine again, and so if you need that as well, check back soon and follow along. Thanks so much for joining me today on Everything AeroPilates. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.